So while adopting AI-powered energy solutions, there is a general question put to all. From your perspective, what is the biggest shift AI is bringing to how industries monitor, predict, and optimize energy consumption? Maybe start with Mr. Ashish.
Thanks, Gopal. I'm on the spotlight now, but I'll make an attempt.
Yeah, sure.
So, for me, if you ask as an individual or the organizations and the experience that I have, I think the most significant transformation is basically to move away from a reactive mode to a predictive mode and have an autonomous energy movement, basically. So, what would happen there is when you have this management there, AI would enable industries basically to anticipate what is your need, how do you optimize it real time, and how do you automate these adjustments. This would lead to us for a more smarter and sustainable operations. If I give an example of predictive maintenance and load forecasting, it would be the utilities like National Grid that use AI to predict equipment failures, or it could be the forecast demands that would be there, and allowing also proactive interventions that will help us in reducing the downtime and energy waste. So, if you see another one is probably the energy trading that happens, which is autonomous, that is there. So these AI algorithms could enable automated energy trading based on real-time pricing and carbon intensity that is used. If companies like Tesla uses AI in their virtual power plants to buy and sell energy at a very optimal cost and with more sustainable outcomes. So, in a summary, to summarize this, it would be that AI is a catalyst for integrated cost, efficiency, and sustainability practice that is there, enabling human beings to, through their superpower or the numbers that churn out.
Obviously, thank you very much, Mr. Ashish. AI is a catalyst. That's very well said. Coming to Mr. Ravindra. So may we have your views about the biggest shift AI is bringing, like from isolated processes to coordinated systems, as you were mentioning?
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Gopal. So, what we have seen is that there were cases where data is available. Only thing you're not probably making use of it in a manner which can be looked at to optimize your energy consumption, or maybe in terms of the predictive analytics part of it. Now, with our platform, we have seen it not only in data center, but it is also being applicable for manufacturing industry to look at what process is consuming what, and whether the if you monitor the devices and the equipments, you'll probably see a pattern. And if that is the model has been programmed for, or model is programmed on, it will be able to assist you with one in terms of real-time monitoring, which actually, I mean, I've seen customers coming to us and saying that, hey, we could actually able to put two people who were only taking the reading, making Excel sheet for the variety of different meters. Now we are able to automate, and the reports are being generated. You get the report at your desk without getting or waiting for somebody to fill in the Excel sheet. So there is a shift in terms of the way we used to manage or operate the facilities vis-a-vis now what is being done. So because we have got a lot of assistance with the help of AI, which is able to tell you, monitor, and able to tell you that probably what you should focus on and where it is where there's a gap. So yeah, that's the shift which I could share. Yeah, Mr. Gopal,
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ravindra, for fetching those points. And coming to Mr. Samir, what are your views point?
So for us, or the way I essentially look at it is there are two parts to the impact of AI, right? One is efficiency of running a supply chain, and especially considering we're in the cold chain space, we have a far greater impact that we can actually feel. because we are a energy hungry supply chain compared to probably an ambient supply chain. I think the second part essentially is that we're able to link consumption to efficiency. And how do we essentially design this real time and react real time? I think a couple of speakers talked about predictive rather than reactive. It has a far-reaching effect on a supply chain because it's it's the hero at the back end that nobody knows about. But at the same point of time, when it breaks, everything breaks. We're seeing far-reaching impacts in terms of seeing what external environments can actually have in terms of consumption, where in turn it affects supply chains and how do you design it. We've seen effect of data on how we've smartly redesigned cold chains, which have over the past decade have remained the same. Um, uh, I don't think we're there yet in terms of where we'd want to be, but I think as days go by, months go by, there's a new evolution which is which rapidly sort of exceeds what we were looking at doing. So what tomorrow holds, I don't know, but we can only hope for where it would probably lead us. But I think the bricks are in place in terms of what we couldn't probably do from a predictive point of view. We're able to sort of do today and get better, iteratively. I think somebody mentioned, I think I read this or I heard this a couple of days back. AI today is where refrigeration was in the 30s and the 20s and 30s, and that built out. But I think what we are not able to see or not able to sort of gauge exactly is that the real effect of refrigeration was not on the refrigeration company, but was on companies like Coke, on companies like levers, which used that and sort of expanded and built out new products. I think supply chain is at a point right now where we can harness the technology and it will get us to points where earlier we would dream of, but we can execute today.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samir, for doing an analogy sort of with the refrigeration and AI. And you were mentioning about the perishable goods or the supply chain for handling. And you also mentioned about the COVID period that reminded us of those days of shutdown. So capturing the data leads to self-learning, and scalability and adaptability is the essence of AI. So while you were mentioning about the supply chain, will AI transform supply chains to be sustainable or just make them more efficient?
I think the both are not independent. I think for the first time in a very long time, we can actually see where both can go hand in hand. I think sustainability as well as efficiency tends to go hand in hand. I think we have the ability now where we're able to measure and are able to action where both are sort of aligned. So to answer your question in brief, I think it's both.
Okay, thank you very much. Coming to Mr. Ravindra. Yeah. Mr. Ravindra, you in your presentation that was focused mainly on the data center. So, and you were talking about the 1.7 GW India is going to data center capacity is going to increase. So AI is both driving demand and reshaping how construction firms are operating.
Right.
Right. So those who are embracing these technologies will be best positioned to capitalize on the adaptations.
Perfect.
So AI applications are creating demand for a specialized construction project, right, sir?
Right.
So talking about the energy landscape in optimizing energy from AI perspective and quantifiable results and actions, as you mentioned, what role do IoT-enabled devices and real-time data play in AI-powered energy optimization?
Right. So it plays a role in two ways. One is, as you rightly mentioned, that the way the constructions are happening, we are a construction company, we are a data center EPC company, so we do build data centers for customers, and there are various AI technologies which we make use of while we build the data center. So it is in terms of monitoring the project, and it is a real-time data which is being monitored. So the person wearing a hat and a LiDAR camera walks around the project and then captures, and then the model is being made to see that what the project should have been versus where we are today. So that somebody is sitting in an office in Mumbai can look at what's going on in a data center in Hyderabad, and it's a real-time data. Nobody can question that whether it is somebody has taken a picture correctly or not. So it is actually able to improve the productivity or able to track the way it is happening. Similarly, we are making sure that because it is all about data, so that means IoT enabled devices plays a major role in terms of collecting those data, and obviously that helps in terms of improving your systems, in terms of improving energy efficiency as well as the productivity aspect of it. So yes, while the data centers are being built to cater to the AI applications, it is also being used to make sure that it is able to do it much faster and in a much efficient manner, not only constructed but also operated, because that's where the main energy consumption comes in. And it is not only just your energy bill, but as I said, it is also able to help you in terms of reducing your carbon footprint and making a sustainable development. So for which obviously IoT plays an important role, and that's one of the important aspect in the whole of the chain for AI.
Splendid, Mr. Ravindra.
Thanks.
Coming to Mr. Ashish, you talked about accept, adopt, and move while presenting your talks and talking about the 4 pillars also. And you touched the topic on the cooling system also, AI, how AI adjusts temperature and energy efficiency. So my question to you is, how can AI help organizations balance cost reduction with carbon reduction goals, as you were mentioning about the decarbonization also?
Sure. Thanks, Gopal. What I could do is I could give you 2 examples. As you rightly said, yes, AI enables organizations to pursue cost saving. That's the predominant thing, probably, because it's more about data-driven exercise that you do. And it's not only about cost savings, it also gives you data about carbon reduction. And there are a couple of things because of advanced analytics, automation, and then you have optimization. These are 3 things. And how does this happen? Is basically through real-time data processing. During this journey of data processing, what AI does is probably identifies the inefficiencies in energy use. Then it suggests operational improvements, and then also automates energy management systems. So it's a sequence of events that how do you do those examples. And to give you a to give you an example, probably I was talking to the Microsoft team, which is a key partner at Tata Group, on what they have done is recently they have introduced smart building management. If you see, what happens is if you go to their Redmond campus in the US, they have used this entire technology because it's a huge commercial building, and there are a lot of AI-driven building management systems that have been put into that, which can analyze their data from various sensors. It's about occupancy, the kind of lighting that is there, the usage that's there, the temperatures that are there, basically the HVAC utilizations, their schedules that are there. So what has happened is what I was getting to talk to Dhruv and understanding is that they have this AI, and they have got about 15 to 20% cost optimization on their entire energy reduction, which translates to like couple of millions in terms of savings, and also significant number in carbon footprint if you see the size of their Redmond office that they have. I'll give you another example. I have a friend who works for Unilever in Bangalore, and I was talking to him, and he was telling that how AI has helped them in doing that process optimization as an industry level is The AI monitors their machinery and product lines. So initially it was, if you used to walk through a factory, you could see people standing with charts lined up, checklists, pens hanging from cardboard boxes, write-up boards and all. Right now, if you go half of the, maybe 80-90% of the people on the floor are no more there. They have been redeployed or moved into various other roles. It's basically because AI is not about job taking away jobs. It's about enabling jobs, as they say. It's what has happened is they have the entire AI monitors their machinery, their productive production lines. Then it predicts when equipment should be powered up, powered down. They have lower loads without impacting the outputs and etc. And because of this AI that Unilever uses, they have had at least 2.8 million dollars annually on cost savings and also significant reduction in their footprint. So you can imagine what level of optimization AI drives. As you said, rightly said, that how it manages the cost and also it also helps in reducing the carbon footprint because of this effective management.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
thank
I
you.
answer you.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. You highlighted the points very well. And you were telling that jobs are not in danger, but in the market, it is the spread of word is people are losing jobs. We will see in the future how it manages to in the form of skills or awareness. And my another question to you, Mr. Ashish, is how can AI help organizations to stay ahead of energy regulation and sustainability mandates?
Sure, thanks. So for me, in the continuation of that, Gopal, sustainability is now no more a theoretical word that is there. As we said, it is on the papers, on the dashboards, being talked in boardrooms. It's no more only chartered discussions that are happening across organizations. And then there are now regulatories that are being formed or regulations that are being done for sustainability in ESG, not only on sustainability, but the entire thing as a parameter. So what has happened is energy regulations, it now it's become more and more complex and dynamic in nature. So AI basically helps to keep you at pace at organization and also stay ahead of the goal rather than, so as you said, as you rightly said, we will see what AI does. But as I rightly said, AI will keep you ahead of the pace if you adopt. Otherwise, you stay back in the race behind and then you lose. So how does this happen? It helps us in monitoring the regulatory changes across the globe that is happening. Automatic compliance reporting at various geographical levels. Something could be different in China versus Germany. Right now, if you see what is happening between US to Venezuela to India, there could be a lot of trade routes, there would be a lot of synergies. We would have offices there. But how do you do that help and support of your factories? What you do, how do you, if you, if it's a production line that's running there, how do you optimize that if you want to get back all your employees to a safe zone? It's the machinery that would run there without a failure if you have an AI enablement that's done. And example I'll give you is an automated compliance monitoring system that you have. AI can track your global regulatory databases because of activities. It can flag off relevant changes to an organizational operations. Example, if you see IBM has this environmental intelligence suite that automatically updates the users on new carbon reporting and requirement that happens as an organization. It's a learning for each of us because it's picked up, it's run, its results benefited there. The second thing is about dynamic sustainability reporting. What would happen? So in this case, AI would streamline the collection and validation of all sustainability data across all their complex organizations. Like because a Walmart is a huge setup across multiple, from a small town to a tier one city. It has warehouses, it has stores, it has pickup points, it has delivery boys, it is tied with the logistics, supply chain, very, very complex environment. So what happens is Walmart deploys this AI-driven tools for real-time sustainability reporting. They do this timingly, on-time reporting. They do accurate disclosure to the stakeholders that is there, and also their regulators. Similar way, Shell uses AI future scenarios, allowing them to proactively adapt in operations, and also these are few things that are always there. It helps you stay ahead of the race that will be there. That's
Thank you very much for touching nice examples and providing insights into